Scooter rider suddenly cuts across a moving car on a narrow mountain road. Scooter rider appears directly in front of a speeding truck on a mountain road, and the truck crashes off the roadside after its brakes fail. An intense moment on a dangerous route. Truck violently tilts on a winding mountain road as stunned drivers watch the terrifying near flip unfold. High-speed truck slams into a parked vehicle on the street, completely destroying it in a brutal impact. Sudden braking by the lead car triggers a chaotic chain reaction crash involving several cars and a truck on the busy street. Car races dangerously close to a man standing with his child on the street, leaving him frozen in shock at the narrow escape. Child suddenly runs in front of a moving bus on a mountain road, but the driver's quick reaction saves the day as the frightened child runs away safely. Loose tire rolls onto the highway, causing one vehicle to nearly lose control while another is struck from the front, leaving the driver stunned by the bizarre moment. Massive chunk of ice suddenly crashes down from a pole onto the road, leaving the passing driver shocked. Huge shelter suddenly collapses onto the street, sending nearby pedestrians running away in panic. Large section of ceiling crashes down inside a room while a man is left hanging from the structure above, shocking everyone watching inside.
It's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my lord.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we're good. He wasn't even there.
Alright.
Can you get up?
Yeah.
Van loses control in a mountain area, slamming into the roadside and then crashing into a nearby car. Two workers standing on a newly built wall suddenly watch it collapse beneath them, hanging onto nearby machinery to avoid a serious fall. What a close call. Truck parked by the roadside suddenly catches fire and violently explodes as a passing driver witnesses the terrifying blast. Strange scene unfolds in a snow-covered area as snow erupts from the ground with flames rising from beneath the surface. An unbelievable sight. Foggy sky glows with mysterious lights while the moon hangs above, creating a surreal view that leaves the observer amazed. Playful dog spins a stick wildly inside the building, leaving the owner laughing in disbelief at the funny moment. Powerful wind pushes chairs and tables across rushing water while a man watches the chaotic scene unfold. Man launches a snorkel from another table and perfectly lands it above, staring in disbelief at the unexpected trick shot. Powerful winds send a large object flying toward a man, forcing him to sprint away just seconds before impact. Truck speeding down the road crashes into the back of a bus, shocking witnesses nearby. falling pole suddenly blocks a biker's path, sending him crashing onto the road as stunned bystanders watch. Heavy snowfall crashes onto a parked car and nearby pickup truck, crushing the vehicles and leaving the owner shocked by the sudden damage. Massive wave of snow suddenly slides onto the street, sending pedestrians running away in fear. Thunder and lightning frighten a man in a wheelchair, who quickly rolls away from the storm in panic. Electric pole suddenly explodes on the street, scattering burning debris as a biker narrowly escapes the blast. Unexpected tornado forms under a bright sky, leaving witnesses stunned by the sudden appearance of the swirling storm.
Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna get dusty over here.
Thick smoke begins rising from the ground near a mountain road, leaving nearby people confused and shocked. Ground suddenly collapses beside a bridge as powerful water bursts through the broken land, while onlookers watch in disbelief.
Shit, man.
Truck burning by the roadside suddenly explodes, sending thick black smoke into the sky and frightening the crowd nearby.
I felt that. I felt that.
Violent thunder and powerful wind shake a building, forcing people inside to hide for safety. Tornado forms near tents on an open field as stunned spectators watch the spinning storm grow stronger. Entire building suddenly collapses and crashes onto another nearby structure, leaving destruction across the area. Tornado suddenly appears on the street and begins lifting objects into the air while shocked people watch the terrifying scene. Extreme windstorm sweeps through the street, ripping shelters apart and sending objects flying everywhere. Huge building collapses in front of shocked witnesses as clouds of smoke rise from the ground. Violent windstorm snaps trees in front of houses, while the owner watches the destruction in disbelief. Gigantic tornado forms beneath dark storm clouds as people stare in shock at the powerful natural force. Snake slowly slithers across the stairs inside a building while a man calmly records the unexpected visitor. Driver successfully crosses between two mountains using narrow pipes that appear to be wooden planks, leaving the watching crowd amazed. Powerful winds nearly flip a moving car on the road. Worker's ladder suddenly slips, leaving him hanging onto a pipe high above the ground in a dramatic moment. Box slips from a girl's hands on the staircase and tumbles down by itself, scattering everything across the floor while she watches helplessly. Building suddenly collapses onto the street, crushing nearby parked cars as stunned witnesses watch the destruction unfold. Massive waterspout forms over the sea as stunned onlookers capture the rare and powerful spectacle on camera.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Man attempts to feed crocodiles as the giant reptiles emerge from the water to grab the food in a tense encounter.
There you go! There you go!
Massive landslide crashes down from a mountain, sending huge rocks onto the road while people record the terrifying moment. Mountain building suddenly collapses after a landslide, leaving witnesses frozen in shock at the dramatic destruction. Heavy cupboard crashes onto an unsuspecting man indoors, sending him to the floor in a painful surprise. Two agile monkeys skillfully descend from a tall building, showing off their impressive climbing abilities. Mysterious object suddenly rises from the water near a boat, leaving the passengers completely stunned. Playful fish leaps out of the water beside a moving boat, delighting the people watching the moment. In a bizarre sight, a chimpanzee confidently drives a vehicle across an open field near buildings. Powerful ocean waves crash toward the shore, smashing equipment and leaving observers speechless. Severe flooding devastates streets and homes as helpless residents watch their neighborhood disappear underwater. Young boy attempts to kick a ball indoors, but slips and crashes to the floor instead. Cooking attempt turns chaotic when hot oil sends food violently jumping out of the pan. Thick smoke billows into the sky as intense flames consume the land below in a terrifying scene. In a painful accident, a falling tree branch lands directly on a woman's head while she plays guitar. Cooking disaster unfolds as a dish slips from a woman's hands and spills oil across the floor.
Ich habe jetzt gerade keinen Kuchen.
Damit wir ins Interface.
A painful surprise unfolds when a dog bites a man in a very unfortunate spot. Mud trap claims a victim as a woman's shoe gets stuck deep while she struggles to pull it free. Showroom mishap sends a worker crashing to the floor after a car suddenly accelerates over the carpet she stood on. Chasing attempt inside a building ends badly when the woman slips and crashes to the floor. Graduation celebration turns awkward when a tossed cap falls straight back onto the graduate's head. Truck gate suddenly swings backward and slams into a worker standing behind it. Football shot goes terribly wrong when the player accidentally strikes another man instead of the goal. Workplace mishap unfolds when a man falls beside a truck and equipment scatters across the ground. Wet pavement proves dangerous as a running woman suddenly slips and crashes outside a building. Icy road sends a van uncontrollably sliding downhill in front of a nearby house. Rainy moment turns funny as a boy simply lies down and sleeps on the driveway. Running across rocky ground backfires when a woman loses balance and tumbles in front of the camera. Broken gate startles a group of dogs as they panic and run away from the cage. Mountain road disaster leaves a car completely destroyed after the driver loses control and crashes. Scooter crashes into a glass door that nearly shatters, but a quick-thinking woman grabs it just in time. Unexpected object slams onto a moving car's windshield, completely blocking the driver's view on the highway. Out-of-control car slams into a roadside shelter as shocked pedestrians watch the impact. High-speed vehicle suddenly crashes through the front door of a house in a shocking moment. Rare natural pattern spreads across a field, forming a stunning web-like layer of white plants.
Efeito de longe assim ficou efeito estranho, fiquei bugado.
Motorbike rider loses control near a dog and crashes to the ground as the frightened animal runs away. Second rider behind him also loses control and smashes into a nearby wall before people rush to help. Heavy snow suddenly slides off a roof and buries the freshly cleared ground below. Massive tower collapses to the ground, throwing dust everywhere as electrical lines spark violently.
This looks like a classic disaster.
Violent winds begin knocking down trees as a biker quickly escapes the dangerous area. Large tree crashes onto parked cars along the street while shocked residents watch the destruction. Wall suddenly bursts open as a powerful stream of water floods the inside of a building. Earthquake panic spreads through the street before waves of water rush in and flood the entire area. Water rapidly fills a room, turning the interior into a chaotic indoor flood. Group of energetic cats run and play around the house in a chaotic but adorable scene.
You hear this piano playing in the living room in the middle of the night.
Playful dog repeatedly chases a ball beside the bed while its owner watches the fun. Construction mishap spills wet cement everywhere when a worker's wheelbarrow suddenly gets stuck. Huge flock of birds fills the sky above coastal houses in a breathtaking natural display.
A perfect performance by nature right before
จะไปวิ่งถึงไหนอะ
Indoor disaster unfolds when a child accidentally hits and breaks the television. Stacked boxes collapse when a man climbs them to grab another box, sending him crashing down. Skateboard rider rings a doorbell but immediately slips and falls in front of the house.
Tito, and then he made this like scary sound. I'm terrified. That did not happen.
Yeah, go for it.
Music practice turns awkward when a girl suddenly snaps her instrument stick mid-performance. Woman walking her dog on a forest bridge suddenly slips and falls in front of a nearby child, leaving everyone stunned.
Pick it up, get it out of the water. Pick it up. There you are. Quick. Quick, because you're going to ruin the battery.
Little Ryder smashes into a wall in front of her parents, but bravely stands back up without a single tear.
Vai. Let it go. Não, vira.
Man suddenly slips near a doorway and crashes to the floor while another person watches the unexpected fall. Car violently crashes through the front door of a house, leaving the entrance completely destroyed. Small girl attempts a dramatic jump into the water, but hilariously lands on the bridge instead. Woman drives away after children close the car door, only for them to realize too late and chase the vehicle down the street. Bike rider loses control and slams into the side of a house as people nearby rush to check on the scene. boy attempts to punch a strength machine, but hits the wrong spot and painfully learns his lesson.